everybody, and welcome to the Worst Action Figures, episode 4. And today we got the Final Fantasy Skeletal Warrior. As you can see here, the sculpt is just phenomenal. But as this is the worst action figures ever, there are good things I'd like to say about this figure. I'd like to say that this figure isn't bad and doesn't deserve to be on this series, this worst action figure series. Well, it does, because its joints are relatively loose. It did come with a stand, which I'm not going to dig through my accessories to find, which I have very many accessories for different action figures that I've got over the past few years. But this figure does not stand on its stand like it's supposed to. Its joints come apart. Its arms are so loose. And as though it's a good figure. I mean, it was a great figure when I bought it, except like not even 2 days after, this thing had already started to become less enjoyable as an action figure, as it never stood on its stand. Its joints were always loose, and so when it did stand, it ended up like slouching like some sort of weird zombie. And the accessories, like the swords and sword cases, just weighed it down too much. And the boots were always coming off, so I had to keep putting them on. And I mean, it's a good figure if you look at it, but like, the joints are just so loose. But we can see that head sculpt. That's pretty good head sculpt. I mean, this is the skeleton that appears in the Final Fantasy toy series, but it wasn't very good. I mean, you can look at its sword. The swords are pretty good. I mean, for a figure in appearance, this figure is a great figure. But when it comes down to articulation, the quality of it, and displayable options, it fails in all those things. So if you're a collector, you're not going to want this figure, because you're not going to be able to display it. It's going to fall apart on you. It's going to get really loose. It's just not going to be enjoyable. But he is a good figure, and I spent a fair amount of money on him, and I don't want to get rid of him. I couldn't do that. I mean, regardless of the fact that he's not that good quality of a figure, he still has a place in my heart as a collector. And he's pretty cool. I mean, I'd probably bring him out for the Halloween special that I'm going to do this October. But, yeah, and you can see that even like the sword casing looks like claws and stuff. Like, this is pretty cool. But the Skeletal Warrior, he's not as he appears to be. And I don't have anything against you, buddy, but like, you're not very appeasing when it comes to your displayable features, which fail in every single sense. But as you can see, he's got all these swords and shit stuck inside of him. So he's probably a giant skeleton or something. But I like the like flailing cloth cape that he's got, and he's got the double swords and these awesome looking boots which have great detail. You can even see the washes and stuff in it. But yeah, it's still not good of a figure. And you can see even his chest, like there's lava inside of his chest seeping out through the ribs and stuff. But it's just that he just isn't cut out to be a figure. And I know that there's been other good skeleton figures in the past. He is not one of them. But he's good for a Halloween decoration, just not as a figure that you can display or anything. But this has been episode 3 of the Worst Action Figures Ever. I hope you guys found some enjoyment out of this. Farewell, and do take care.